Talia stared at the mirror in the dimly lit bathroom of her family's sprawling suburban home in suburban Chicago, her reflection fractured by the tears streaming down her face. She had just whispered those 3 words to Giselle in the garden, under the string lights of the annual family reunion. And now everything was unraveling. Giselle's eyes had widened in shock, her hand pulling away as if burned, leaving Talia alone with the weight of a secret she'd buried for years. Born into a family of triplets, Talia had always felt like the outlier. Sophia and Emma, her identical sisters, navigated life with effortless grace, dating boys from high school football teams and dreaming of white picket fences. But Talia knew from the age of 12, when she first felt a flutter in her chest watching a girl in her class laugh, that she was different. She pushed it down, deep into the recesses of her mind, where it festered like an untreated wound. Family dinners were filled with her parents' casual remarks about normal relationships, their church friends nodding along, reinforcing the invisible walls around her heart. Why me? Talia thought, gripping the sink's edge. Why couldn't I just be like them? The question haunted her as she replayed the moment in her head. Giselle wasn't just anyone. She was Emma's best friend since college, the one who had seamlessly integrated into their family circle. Talia had met her during a weekend visit to Emma's dorm at the University of Illinois, where Giselle's sharp wit and kind eyes had drawn her in like a moth to flame. They bonded over late-night study sessions, sharing secrets about dreams and fears, but Talia always held back the biggest one. As the reunion buzzed outside, Talia forced herself to wipe her tears and step back into the chaos. Her mother, Linda, was orchestrating the barbecue with military precision. Her father, Robert, manning the grill and cracking jokes about politics. Sophia was there with her fiancé, Mark, announcing their engagement to cheers. Emma and Giselle were supposed to be helping with desserts, but now Giselle was avoiding eye contact, busying herself with plates. Talia's stomach twisted. Had she ruined everything? The confession had slipped out after one too many glasses of wine, fueled by months of stolen glances and unspoken tension. "Talia, honey, come help with the salads," Linda called, her voice warm but expectant. Talia nodded, plastering on a smile that felt like a mask. Inside, her mind raced. What if Giselle tells Emma? What if Emma hates me? The thoughts pounded like a drumbeat. She had always been the responsible triplet, the one who mediated fights and kept secrets. But this secret was a grenade, and she'd just pulled the pin. That night, as the family settled into the living room for board games, Giselle pulled Talia aside in the hallway. "We need to talk," she whispered, her voice trembling. Talia's heart leaped. Hope? Fear? She followed Giselle to the guest room, where they sat on the edge of the bed, the air thick with unspoken words. "Talia, I don't know what to say. Emma's my best friend. This could destroy everything." Giselle's eyes searched Talia's, filled with conflict. Talia felt a surge of regret. Why did I say it? But beneath that, a defiant spark. Because it's true. Because I've hidden long enough. Their conversation stretched into the early hours. Giselle admitted she'd felt something too. A pull she couldn't explain, but loyalty to Emma held her back. "We're not kids anymore, Talia. This isn't some college experiment. Your family. They're so traditional. What would they think?" Talia swallowed hard, thinking of her parents' church group, their subtle disdain for anything alternative. She'd overheard them once, dismissing a neighbor's gay son as confused. The word stung even now. By morning, they agreed to keep it quiet, to figure things out slowly. But as Talia lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, doubt crept in. Was this the start of something real? Or just another layer of deception? She thought of Sophia's perfect life, Emma's carefree one, and her own tangled mess. The price of honesty felt too high, yet silence was suffocating. Little did she know, Emma had overheard whispers in the hallway, her suspicion igniting like a spark in dry grass. Over the next weeks, Talia threw herself into work at her marketing firm in downtown Chicago, burying emotions in spreadsheets and client calls. But Giselle's texts came sporadically, each one a lifeline and a torment. "Miss you," one said. "We can't," another. Talia's inner turmoil raged. Am I selfish for wanting this? Is love worth the risk? Family gatherings became minefields. At Sunday brunch, Emma eyed her strangely, asking pointed questions about her dating life. Still single, Tal? You need to get out more. Talia laughed it off, but inside guilt gnawed. One evening, Giselle showed up at Talia's apartment unannounced. I can't stop thinking about you, she confessed, stepping inside. They talked for hours, sharing vulnerabilities. Giselle spoke of her own conservative upbringing in a small Indiana town. How she'd questioned her attractions but never acted. Talia felt seen for the first time, but the shadow of betrayal loomed. What if Emma finds out? The question echoed as they parted with a tentative hug, promising to navigate carefully. Yet, caution crumbled. Stolen coffee dates turned into walks in Grant Park, hands brushing accidentally, then intentionally. Talia's heart soared, but fear tempered joy. She imagined her parents' faces if they knew. Disappointment, rejection. Robert's stern lectures on family values, Linda's tears over what the neighbors think. Society's whispers amplified it all. The judgmental stares at pride parades on TV, the political debates framing her love as a threat. Talia wrestled with morality. Was pursuing Giselle a betrayal of Emma, or a claim to her own truth? The conflict peaked at a family dinner when Sophia announced her pregnancy. Cheers erupted, but Talia felt isolated, her secret life a stark contrast. Emma cornered her in the kitchen. Something's going on with you and Giselle. Don't lie to me. Talia's denial cracked under pressure, words tumbling out. Emma's face hardened. How could you? She's my friend. The accusation hit like a slap, leaving Talia reeling. Had she chosen love over loyalty? The night ended in tense silence, the first fracture in their triplet bond visible. Emma's words echoed in Talia's mind as she drove home that night, the city lights blurring through her windshield. How could you? The question wasn't just about Giselle. It cut to the heart of their shared upbringing. The unspoken rule that family came first, no exceptions. Talia pulled over, her hands shaking on the steering wheel, wondering if she'd irreparably damaged the one constant in her life, her sisters. The next day, Emma called, her voice cold. We need to meet. Alone. They chose a neutral cafe in Wrigleyville, away from prying family eyes. Talia arrived early, nerves frayed, rehearsing apologies in her head. Why did I let it go this far? But deep down she knew, because Giselle makes me feel alive, not just existing. Emma slid into the booth, her expression a mix of hurt and anger. Tell me everything, she demanded. Talia hesitated, then poured it out. The initial attraction, the confession, the tentative steps forward. Emma listened, her face paling. You're gay. And with my best friend? This is a joke, right? Talia's heart ached at the disbelief in her sister's eyes. It's not a choice, Em. I've known for years. I tried to ignore it for all of us. Emma shook her head. What about Mom and Dad? They'll disown you. And me, how do I face Giselle now? You've put me in the middle. The conversation devolved into accusations. Talia was selfish, Emma was intolerant. Talia left feeling exposed, the moral quandary sharpening. Was her pursuit of happiness a betrayal, or was Emma's reaction the real injustice? Giselle, sensing the storm, reached out. Emma knows, she texted. They met in a quiet bar, where Giselle revealed her own fears. I love Emma like a sister, but what I feel for you, it's different. Stronger. Their hands intertwined under the table, a small act of defiance. But Talia couldn't shake the guilt. Am I dragging her into my mess? Society's pressures weighed heavy. Friends' casual homophobic jokes at work, news stories of discrimination. She thought of her job, where coming out could mean subtle exclusions, lost promotions. Back home, Sophia sensed the rift. As the peacemaker triplet, she invited Talia over. What's going on with you and Em? Talia deflected, but Sophia pressed. You're hiding something big. We're family, we share everything. The irony burned. They'd shared a womb, clothes, secrets, but this? Talia cracked, confessing her orientation but omitting Giselle. Sophia hugged her. I love you no matter what. But Mom and Dad. Be careful. Relief mixed with dread. Sophia's support felt conditional, tied to secrecy. The deception escalated when Giselle suggested a weekend getaway to Michigan, away from Chicago's watchful eyes. Talia agreed, packing with excitement and anxiety. On the drive they talked dreams. Giselle wanted to start a nonprofit for LGBTQ youth. Inspired by her own struggles, Talia shared her fear of family rejection. What if they cut me off? I'm not strong like you. Giselle squeezed her hand. You're stronger than you think. But inner doubt persisted. Is this worth the potential loss? The trip was a bubble of joy, walks on beaches, laughter over dinners. Yet reality intruded via Emma's furious call. You're with her? In Michigan? I trusted you both. Emma had pieced it together from social media hints. Talia begged for understanding. Please, Em. This is who I am. Emma hung up, leaving Talia devastated. The betrayal reversed. Now Emma felt stabbed in the back. Giselle comforted her, but Talia wondered. Have I traded one relationship for another? Returning home, the fallout intensified. Emma confronted Giselle at their shared apartment. Words flying like daggers. You knew she was my sister. How could you go behind my back? Giselle defended. It wasn't planned. It just happened. Emma stormed out, declaring their friendship over. Giselle called Talia in tears. I lost my best friend because of us. Talia's guilt surged. Was love this destructive? She thought of the ethical tightrope. Pursuing authenticity versus preserving bonds. Family dinner that week was tense. Robert ranted about woke culture ruining America, Linda nodding. Talia bit her tongue, inner turmoil boiling. Sophia shot her sympathetic looks, but Emma avoided eye contact. After, Emma pulled Talia aside. If you choose her, you're choosing against us. The ultimatum hit hard. Talia retorted. Why can't I have both? But Emma's pain was raw. Because it's wrong. It's not normal. The words echoed their parents' views, highlighting societal indoctrination. Talia spent nights agonizing. Give up Giselle to mend family? Or fight for her truth? She confided in a therapist, unpacking years of suppression. You've paid the price of silence already. Depression, isolation, the therapist said. It resonated, but action terrified her. Meanwhile, Giselle faced her own battles. Colleagues whispering after a Pride event photo surfaced. Is it worth it? Giselle asked one night. Talia held her. You are. But doubt lingered. Talia's phone buzzed relentlessly with messages from Sophia. We need to talk as sisters. Mom's noticing the tension. Ignoring them, Talia focused on Giselle, who had moved in temporarily after Emma kicked her out. Their cohabitation was a mix of bliss and strain. Mornings of shared coffee. Nights of whispered fears. But Talia's mind raced. How long can we hide? The moral dilemma deepened. Living authentically meant potential exile from family. Yet faking normalcy was soul-crushing. Sophia ambushed her at work, waiting in the lobby. Emma told me everything. About Giselle. Talia's stomach dropped. They found a nearby park bench. Sophia's eyes were pleading. This will kill Mom and Dad. Think about them. Talia snapped. What about me? I've thought about everyone else my whole life. Sophia recoiled. You're being selfish. We're triplets. We're supposed to stick together. The argument exposed cracks. Sophia's support was laced with conformity pressure. Talia left feeling betrayed by her own blood. Giselle faced similar heat from her family. A call from her mother. Rumors are spreading. Is it true you're with a woman? Giselle hung up, trembling. They want me to come home, fix this. Talia held her, but inner voices clashed. Protect her, or let her go. Society's judgment amplified. Billboards touting traditional families. Online trolls spewing hate. Talia scrolled through forums, reading stories of disownment, her fear mounting. The turning point came at a charity event Giselle organized. Talia attended, watching her shine. But Emma showed up uninvited, cornering them. This ends now. Giselle, choose me or her. Giselle's face crumpled. Em, please understand. Emma's retort. Understand? You've destroyed our friendship for this phase. The public confrontation drew stares, humiliating Talia. She fled, questioning. Is my love a phase or society's view the illusion? That night, Giselle chose Talia, but the victory was Pyrrhic. I love you, but losing Emma hurts. Talia nodded, guilt heavy. They decided to come out to Talia's parents, bracing for fallout. Robert and Linda invited the triplets for dinner, oblivious. Over lasagna, Talia blurted, "I'm gay. And I'm with Giselle." Silence fell like a hammer. Linda's fork clattered. "What? No, you're not." Robert's face reddened. "This is nonsense. You've been influenced by that liberal city." The explosion followed. Accusations of rebellion. Tears from Linda about failing as parents. Emma sided with them. "See? I told you." Sophia mediated weakly. Talia defended. "This is me. Accept it or not." But the pain was visceral. "Roberts, you're no daughter of mine," Linda's sobs. Talia stormed out. Giselle waiting in the car. "Was it worth it?" Giselle asked. Talia whispered, "It has to be." But doubt gnawed. "Have I traded family for freedom?" Repercussions rippled. At work, Talia faced subtle discrimination. A passed-over promotion. Colleagues' whispers. "Focus on the job, not your lifestyle," her boss hinted. Society's bias hit home. Giselle lost clients at her job. Her nonprofit dreams stalled. They supported each other, but isolation grew. Talia's inner monologue raged. "Why must we pay this price? Is love a luxury for the straight?" A glimmer came from unexpected allies. Sophia reached out secretly. "I don't agree, but I miss you." Their clandestine meetings rebuilt bridges, but Emma remained distant, fueling family division. Robert's health scare, a minor heart episode, added guilt. Linda blamed stress from Talia's choices. Talia visited the hospital, met with cold shoulders. "Fix this," Linda pleaded. Talia refused. "Accept me." The standoff highlighted ethical gray areas. Family duty versus self-preservation. Giselle proposed therapy together, unpacking traumas. Sessions revealed patterns. Talia's people-pleasing from triplet dynamics. Giselle's fear of abandonment. Progress was slow, but empowering. Yet external pressures mounted. A neighbor's petition against immoral influences in the community, anonymous hate mail. Talia considered moving, but roots held her. Am I running or surviving? The intervention's aftermath left Talia numb, replaying the accusations in her mind as she paced her apartment. "You're tearing us apart," Emma had screamed. Giselle tried to console her, but Talia pulled away. "Maybe they're right. Maybe I am the problem." The self-doubt was crippling, a moral vortex. Sacrifice love for family peace, or persist and watch everything burn. Days blurred into isolation. Sophia's texts offered olive branches. "Dad's asking about you." But Talia ignored them, focusing on survival. Work became a refuge, though bias lingered. Co-workers avoiding her after a leaked email about her situation. Society's undercurrents surfaced. A denied apartment renewal hinting at discrimination. Giselle faced worse. Her family cut financial ties, forcing her to take extra shifts. "We're paying the price," she said wearily. Talia nodded, inner turmoil peaking. Is this justice, or punishment for being true? A breakthrough came via a support group Giselle suggested. Surrounded by similar stories, Talia shared hers, tears flowing. "I love my family, but I love her too." Others nodded, validating her struggle. It sparked awakening. Her choices weren't wrong, society's narrow views were. But applying it was hard. Emma's surprise visit tested it. "I miss my sister," Emma admitted. Talia hugged her, but boundaries held. "Accept all of me or nothing." Emma left conflicted, a chink in her armor. Robert's recovery brought a family summit. Linda begged unity. "For your father's sake." Talia attended warily, Giselle by her side, a bold move. Tensions flared. Robert grumbled about lifestyles, but health softened him. "I don't understand, but you're my daughter." It wasn't acceptance, but a truce. Emma sulked, Sophia beamed. Talia felt hope, but caution. Is this real, or temporary? The fragile peace shattered when a church friend outed them publicly on social media, labeling it sinful. Backlash ensued, harassing calls, judgmental stares. Linda defended weakly, but Robert retreated to denial. Emma, influenced by peers, doubled down. "See what you've caused?" Talia confronted her. "No, society's hate caused this. Not me." The argument exposed deep divides. Emma's internalized bias versus Talia's emerging strength. Giselle wavered under pressure. Maybe we should pause. For everyone's sake. Talia's heart broke. Is that what you want? Giselle cried. No, but the pain. They argued, revealing fears. Giselle of losing more, Talia of abandonment. Reconciliation followed, but scars remained. Talia pondered. Love demands sacrifice, but how much? Empowered, Talia advocated publicly, joining a panel on LGBTQ rights. Sharing her story brought catharsis, but family fallout intensified. Sophia supported openly, straining her engagement. Mark's family is conservative, she confided. Talia felt responsible. Am I dragging them down too? Moral ambiguity blurred. Her fight for visibility versus protecting loved ones. A betrayal hit when Emma leaked private texts to their parents, twisting words to paint Talia as defiant. Robert exploded in a call. You're out of the will. Choose right. Talia hung up, devastated. Giselle rallied. We'll build our own family. But loss stung. Inner reflection. Was standing firm heroic or stubborn? Rebuilding began slowly. Giselle's nonprofit gained traction. Talia promoted. They hosted a small gathering, allies attending. Sophia came bridging gaps. Emma lurked online watching. A tentative message. I'm sorry. Talia replied cautiously, hope flickering. But trust was fractured. Talia stood on the steps of the Chicago courthouse, the crowd's cheers fading as she gripped the microphone, her voice steady despite the storm inside. We've fought for our right to love, but the real battle is in our homes, with those we cherish most. Giselle squeezed her hand backstage, a silent anchor. But as Talia stepped down, her phone lit with a message from Emma. We need to talk. Now. The confrontation loomed, the ultimate test of her choices. They met in a quiet diner, Emma's eyes red-rimmed. I've been thinking. About everything. Talia braced. Emma confessed. I was scared. Of change, of losing you two. This. Tears fell. But seeing you fight, it made me question my own biases. Talia listened. Hope warring with caution. Does this mean acceptance? Emma nodded slowly. I'm trying. For us. The reconciliation was tentative, but real, a crack in the wall of division. Robert and Linda followed suit, albeit grudgingly. A family therapy session, suggested by Sophia, unearthed pains. Parents' fears rooted in upbringing, triplets' dynamics of comparison. Robert admitted. I don't get it, but I love you. Linda hugged Talia, whispering apologies. It wasn't perfect, lingering awkwardness. Avoided topics, but it was progress. Talia felt lighter, yet reflective. The price paid. Years of hurt fractured bonds. Was it justified? Giselle's world stabilized too. Her family reached out, bridges mending. They built a life together. Shared apartment, joint projects. But scars reminded. Lost friendships, professional setbacks. Society evolved slowly. Laws passed, attitudes shifted. But personal battles lingered. Talia volunteered at youth centers, helping others navigate similar paths, finding purpose in pain. Highs and lows intertwined. Sophia's wedding included them, a symbolic inclusion. Emma stood as bridesmaid, glancing warmly at Giselle. But whispers from relatives highlighted ongoing prejudice. Talia ignored them, focusing on growth. From hidden shame to open pride, the journey transformed her. Inner peace emerged, though questions persisted. Did I choose correctly? A final crisis tested resolve. Emma's new boyfriend, conservative, challenged. This isn't natural. Emma defended fiercely. My sister's love is as real as anyone's. The stand solidified their bond, but Talia pondered the ripple effects. Emma's relationship strained. Moral complexity. Her truth inspired change, but at what cost to others? As years passed in the story's arc, Talia and Giselle thrived, advocating nationally. Family gatherings normalized, though tensions simmered. Robert joined a PFLAG meeting, surprising all. Linda baked for pride events. Emma became an ally, her awakening profound. Yet Talia never forgot the betrayals, the damages. In quiet moments, Talia reflected on her triplet roots, the shared womb, divergent paths. Sophia's straight life, Emma's evolution, her own defiance. The drama's lessons. Love demands courage. Society evolves through pain. Choices echo eternally. The story closed with Talia and Giselle on a balcony, watching the city lights. "We made it," Giselle said. Talia smiled but wondered. At what price?